Hello, what's up, bitches? What's up? Hey, I'm gonna be Charlie today. Hey, what's up, bitches? Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Let me post this on my Discord. Ping this on my Discord. Hello, Project Koyo. What's up? Welcome. We are just starting out. We are gonna build world today. I started streaming like early today. It's literally 7-8 p.m. I've been sitting here for like an hour. I don't know, thinking about what I should do, what I should not, collecting some references and shit. All right, so it's okay. So yesterday, all right. Hold on. Yes, world building. Yes, so I have named this like backgrounds, world building. Yesterday we learned about background design. Jesus, where is the... We did these two backgrounds. Okay, first and foremost, let's like revise the freaking basics. Combining, so backgrounds are designed by combining like two ideas or two references. The ideas and references part is the same. References are just ideas. Okay, so yeah, and ideas are just references, so it's like interchangeable, so don't worry about it. Okay, so yeah, so when you combine two ideas and references, you create an entirely original background. So something like this, combining the hut with these trees creates a very original background. Then second important thing when you're designing backgrounds is like layering and overlapping. All right, layering or overlapping is like mostly used in like 1-point perspective, and also this 3-point like top-down perspective, where you can layer a lot of stuff on top. Okay, on top and all of the shit. Okay, so yeah, so this is basically a 1-point kind of like perspective, honestly. So yeah, all right. It is like not so much used in like 2-point perspectives that much, because it's like kind of like difficult to layer stuff in this one. All right, so yeah, but I could be totally wrong, because I haven't like drawn too much stuff in like 2-point perspective. So anyways, and third one is most important thing while designing backgrounds is perspective. Of course, 1-point, 2-point, and of course there is the freaking 3-point. All right, 3-point is the most aesthetically pleasing perspective, because we live in a 3-point world, so that is the most aesthetically pleasing and the most fun perspective of all. Okay, and it's the best perspective that and that is the only perspective that you should be learning, essentially, because it's like it has like everything. It has 1-point, it has 2-point, and it has 3 points as well. And of course 1-point perspective is another very important perspective. 2-point is not that much, because 2-point is often combined with a 3rd point or a 1-point. Okay, so yeah, it's not that, I don't know, in my opinion at least, it's not that kind of like important, but it's essential to learn. So yeah, do learn this shit. It's very simple basically. Okay, then we designed the forest and the cityscape. Okay, cityscape took a lot of time, okay, but we designed it. We took a train, okay, and a lot of buildings, and we designed a custom original idea of a cityscape, and of course the indoor kind of like scene. This is a freaking half-assed baked scene, so whatever, man. This literally took me a lot of time. This alone took me like one and a half hour. Okay, this was very quick because this did not have a lot of detail into it, so this was like really freaking quick. Nature, I don't know, nature background is like very quick because you can just do like whatever. It doesn't have to be like perfect like a cube, like a building or a cube. Okay, so yeah, you don't have to, I don't know, man, think a lot about placing boxes or buildings in like perspective. So yeah, yes, there is perspective in this as well, but still. Alright, now today we are doing something called as world design. So yesterday I mentioned that, okay, before I start, hello Mellow Motion, what's up, welcome. Okay, so yesterday I mentioned that when you combine two objects together, okay, you get an entirely new object. That is also a part of background design. Okay, and background design and character design and all that kind of like prop design and stuff, it is a part of world building. That is why I have named this class as freaking very good, yeah, world building. Okay, that is the reason that I have named this class as world building. Okay, backgrounds part 2, because we are essentially building a world. Okay, learning to covering the basics of building the world. Okay, because this part is gonna include like everything. Okay, it is not just gonna include these backgrounds, but it's gonna include like literally everything. Okay, it's gonna include the props. All right, it's gonna include, I don't know, some character designs. All right, not character design strictly in this episode, okay, but you get my point. Okay, so world building has everything. You have props, you have character design, you have a lot of different elements of the world. All right, so yeah, so these two can be considered as world building. These two are essentially worlds that we built yesterday. All right, so yeah. So as examples, all right, as examples, let's see the simplest one. So if you have watched Boruto, the anime, okay, I think this is also in the manga. I've not read the manga, but okay, whatever. So this device is like very custom made for the world of Naruto and Boruto. Okay, so this is basically a Nintendo Switch kind of like idea. Okay, so how did they design this? Basically these two are scrolls, of course, and of course they have the joysticks and the buttons as well. All right, this is the game card. All right, just like the Nintendo Switch. Okay, and this is of course the screen, just a fancy version of the screen with some mechanical parts. Okay, so yeah, something like, I don't know, let's say a Game Boy screen or something. So this is not a Nintendo Switch screen, but this is more of a Game Boy kind of like, or a Visual Boy screen. Okay, so yeah, this has the, I don't know, charging port as well. So yeah, so this is a combination of a, let's say, a game screen, okay, and scrolls. Yes, scrolls, the Japanese or Chinese scrolls, or the Naruto scrolls that they have. Okay, yes, that is the combination of two different elements from the real world. Okay, So this is literally an LCD screen, and this is literally a scroll. Yep, two different elements and you get something like this. Yep. And there are a lot of freaking examples over here. Okay, let's look at this cyan pod. Okay, so what is this? This is literally a combination of a freaking comet. Okay, a comet that goes through space. All right, this is a freaking combination of a comet and a ball, or a golf ball in this case. Okay, this is a freaking golf ball. Look at this. This is a freaking golf ball. Yeah, and of course the glass is over here. So yeah, this is something called as world building. Okay, same goes for the Piccolo's I don't know, Namekian spacecraft or something. Okay, I do not know what this combination is, but this is mostly, I think, a combination of a egg, because Namekians, I don't know, kind of like hatch from the egg. Okay, an egg and an alien, a Martian rather. So the Martian has these I don't know, these horns or something, I don't know, or maybe some insect. I do not know what that other thing is, but let's call it some insect. Okay, let's call it some insect. All right, so yeah. And of course Capsule Corp. This is again a futuristic kind of like building over here with capsules which is made of capsule, but it is also shaped like an igloo. So if you have seen an igloo, it is also freaking shaped like a freaking igloo. This is an igloo, and this is of course a freaking capsule. Right, the capsules that we eat, the medications that we take. All right, so yeah, this is the same thing. Okay, this is some sort of, I don't know, tablet kind of like stuff. Okay, and this is the capsule body. Okay, so yeah, this is the same kind of like design, this building over here. It looks very futuristic, so the idea was to make it like very futuristic. All right, same goes for the Hokage's office. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Hokage's office, same concept, except that this is probably inspired by some let's say some Arab kind of like building, Arab kind of like architecture, in my opinion. But it's also inspired by this Capsule Corp, because Masashi Kishimoto was a very big fan of Dragon Ball and the work of Akira Toriyama. So it can be considered like a combination of both of them. So yeah. Okay, now for the sand village. Okay, what does this look like? What does this freaking look like? This freaking looks like sand. Okay, this freaking looks like sand. And again, these are kind of like those capsules or those houses, like the balls of sand, or the sand castle that we make in the sand. Okay, so yeah, so this is a combination of the sand castles that we make in the sand while we go on the beach to play. Yeah, freaking sand castles. I have never built a sand castle, Jesus. I have never freaking built I gotta go to the beach and freaking, I don't know, man, build a freaking sand castle or something. I accidentally created the Taj Mahal over here. Yep, this is the Taj Mahal or the mosque, or I don't know, some sort of Muslim Muslim structure. I'm sorry, I'm not Muslim. I'm just a Hindu. Anyways, but you get my point. All right, but you get my point. So this is a sand castle. Okay, so this is the same concept. So they are mixing sand castles and sand. Yes, sorry, they are mixing simple objects with sand. So what you get something similar to a sand castle. Essentially a big sand castle, a full-size sand castle city, sand city. Okay, yeah. Oh Jesus, hold on, I forgot to post this on the Noel main server. Jesus, hold on. All right, you got him. All right, we got him. Oh my God, Noel means sorry, confbot. Okay, I'm gonna close Discord right now. I do not want to get freaking pinged. Okay. All right, and then after all of these freaking references over here, we have the Pokemon world. Okay, the Pokemon world. So this is a Chansey shaped building. This is just a building, and then there is a Chansey on top of it. So yeah, Pokemon, I don't know, man. Pokemon does not have like some custom world building stuff like these things have. Okay, these other anime have. They have very realistic kind of like buildings that we have in the real world. Okay, but there are some buildings like these. Okay, there are some buildings like these which are very custom shape, custom design. All right, so this is again a capsule, of course, because well, it's a freaking Pokemon center, it's a medical center. So it's gonna have a capsule, the red and the blue capsule, I don't know, sorry, red and the white capsule color. Okay, so this is like the capsule, and of course it is a building, kind of like a house. Okay, a simple house. Okay, everything over here is like shaped like a freaking capsule. This door is shaped like a capsule. This roof is like shaped like a half capsule over here. All right, so everything is like curved and like round shaped. So it's like everything is like friendly. It doesn't have to be like very sharp shaped, because if it's like sharp shaped, it's gonna be very kind of like very offensive or very dangerous. Okay, so everything is friendly over here. So when you see it from like very far away, you know that's a freaking Pokemon center. It's a freaking, I don't know, medical center for emergencies and stuff. Okay, when you are like when your Pokemon is freaking hurt. Okay, so yeah, so this is literally shaped like a capsule, and of course a simple house. Simple cozy house. So Pokemon Center, very cool design indeed. So they have combined two very friendly kind of like elements, the cozy house, and of course the capsule. Capsule is what is like very protective element because it's like a health benefit or something, saving your health and shit. Okay, and a very cozy house makes you feel happy. So yeah, very cool design. Okay, and there are a lot of freaking designs over here. This is like a Rotom kind of like inspired Pokemon Center. This is like almost like a mosque inspired Pokemon Center. I don't know, I could be wrong on this one, or maybe a London type of like London building type of like inspired Pokemon Center. But every Pokemon Center that you see, it's like round. Okay, it's like round, except for maybe this one and this one. Okay, so yeah, these two are like not round. I don't know what was their things, what was their inspiration for those. Anyways, but Pokemon does not have a lot of let's say custom world building elements. Okay, it has some elements, yes, but most of the elements are like from the real world. All right, only the main elements like the Pokeball and the Pokemon Center and the characters. All right, and of course the Pokemon themselves, they have some sort of very custom world building stuff. Okay, they are designed by combining 2 or 3 different things. So yeah, all right. Now before we jump in, before we move on ahead, all right, we are gonna design. Sorry, I gotta have a little bit break. Okay. Little bit of break. There is literally no one on a Sunday. I think everyone is like outside. Jesus, everyone is like enjoying their lives. No one comes in here on a freaking Sunday. So I think, but I don't know, man. Let's wait for a bit. Okay, now that I have like covered up the introduction, we can start I don't know, gathering a lot of references, some references from Pinterest. I'm gonna gather some references from Pinterest. Alright, hold on, but I gotta freaking take a break. Just chill out. Alright. We're just chilling out. Don't worry about it. Just a little break. Alright, let me grab a lot of references, okay? Oh yeah, I forgot. I freaking forgot. Jesus Christ, hold on. I freaking forgot that I also have to work on drawing animals. Freaking drawing animals. Hold on. Let me write that down. Jesus. Let me write that down. Where is it? Yeah. Animal. We're gonna do an animal stream. Animals and food Food is fine. Food is like not animals. Animals is what is difficult. All right, animals is gonna be difficult. All right, and there is also food. Food is fine. Food is like not that important, but it's important to practice all this because I have never practiced animal. I'm pretty sure I can draw food, but I have never really like practiced a lot of freaking animals. So we gotta do that stream as well. So we have a lot of freaking streams before we start with the animation. Of course, we are not gonna need the animals in the first episode of Naruto fanfic, but you get my point. You get my freaking point. Okay, now let me grab some references. This is probably gonna be a very small stream because we are not gonna like design a whole different world. We are just gonna take like two or three references, and then we are gonna design them. Alright, so let me grab like a few references of simple objects. Alright, simple objects. But I'm also gonna design like two buildings, like a building inspired by, let's say, a Japanese kind of like style and an Indian kind of like set. I think I designed that kind of like building. Hold on, like a house. So hold on, let me show you. All right. So I'm gonna grab simple objects and then gonna design a building out of it. Okay, because building and some I don't know, some sort of like an objects, like daily freaking objects. Okay, because that is the most important thing of all. That is all the concepting that we have to do. Anyways, that is the important concepts that we have to do. Okay, hold on, let me show you the design of the building that I designed. Where is it? Where is my freaking portfolio? Portfolio. I'm sorry, man. I'm just freaking just chilling now. All right, hold on. Let me. Yeah, backgrounds over here. Yeah, look at this. So look at this design. All right, look at this design of the house. It's a very wonky perspective. I'm sorry, I just need to fix this maybe someday, I don't know when. Okay, so these are like the tiles that we use in our Indian kind of like homes. Okay, I think they are literally used like everywhere. I don't know. Okay, but these are they seen in Japanese? Yeah, but these are not necessarily seen in Japanese stuff. And these are, of course, and this hut style is like, of course, hold on, this is a very Stone Age kind of like hut style. All right, so very muddy hut. Okay, hut made of mud, a house made of mud or something. Okay, this is very prominent in India, in the parts of either, I don't know, Rajasthan or somewhere. All right, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and all those kind of like very deserty area. These huts are like very common. So I designed the hut. So this was the inspiration for the roof. Okay, and of course the body of the hut is body and of course also the base. Okay, the body and the base is inspired by Japanese kind of like architectural huts. Okay, so yeah, so the Japanese have these, I don't know, these sheets. I don't know what the sheets are made of. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, and then they have this wood kind of like frame. All right, so yeah, so this is like a combination of the Indian and the Japanese kind of like style. All right, so yeah, so this is just an example that I gave to you. Yep. All right. Okay, so I have some references over here on Pinterest. So what I'm gonna do is like put them in the freaking hold on. Let me try something. Let me see. Let me find something. Find something very cool. This is very difficult to do. Oh my god, this figure is like super cool. I'ma grab the lipstick as well. There is a freaking lipstick. I'm really bad at designing new stuff, you know. I have like never have designed a lot of stuff except for maybe, I don't know, character. So that is why I'm like very not good at background design stuff. Like I know people, there are freaking people who are like super talented at freaking background design and prop design and I don't know, concepts and shit. But I'm not I'm not that kind of guy. But we are learning. Everyone is freaking learning. We have to learn it. So there is this design. Okay, hold on. This is a very cool design. I cannot drag it in Clip Studio Paint. Alright. Alright, man. Alright, so I have 4 of the designs over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start designing some buildings out of it, and I don't know, 2 buildings and 2 simple objects. All right, so yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. 2 buildings, 2 simple objects, simple stuff first. All right, nothing too complicated, nothing too complicated, simple stuff first. All right, let's do it. 2 buildings and 2 simple objects, like daily use objects. All right, so let's say there is a freaking car. Okay, so we can design a freaking car. All right, or I don't know what else. Alright, so I have these designs over here. Okay, so shall I bring them on my canvas? I don't know. Alright, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Okay, so let's design. So I have a sharpener. Okay, I'm gonna bring these on my canvas. Hold on, give me like 2 minutes. It's better if I bring them on the canvas, so y'all can see it. All right, we have it on the canvas over here. All right. Okay, so the first one. Okay, hold on. Before I begin, okay, so the first one is a freaking sharpener. All right, a very cool as fuck sharpener. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the same sharpener thing. I'm gonna draw the sharpener box, or the structure of the sharpener, whatever you wanna freaking call it. Okay, and then we're gonna start designing stuff. All right, so there are 2 elements to this. Okay, this freaking hole, and this blade over here. All right, blade over here. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, for the hole, we are gonna put a freaking glass over here, a glass kind of like frame. All right, so yeah, something like this. Okay, I'll just put a divider so that people can, I don't know, see there is a freaking glass and it's freaking concave, and then I can put down a, let's say, a wheel over here. All right, since this is a freaking car. All right, so yeah, Yep, a guy is like driving over here, and then he is like sitting on the seats. Oh my god, this is gonna be freaking so cool. Again, and it has like more freaking seats over here. Okay. Seats at the back as well. Lot of seats in the car, which is okay. And then on this side, all right, on the side where the freaking blade is, what I'm gonna do is have a freaking door. Okay, this is a freaking door. This is kind of like, let's say, something like a steampunk kind of like inspired design. This looks literally like a steampunk inspired design. And for opening the door, there is this freaking wheel. The wheels that you see, the corks that you see in like those water tanks and stuff. Okay, when you like uncork the water tank, and then the water just flows. Okay, so this is like a wheel. All right, so yeah, you have to put the wheel, sorry, I'll just, you have to cork the wheel to freaking open the door. All right, so yeah, in place. So this is all in place of the screw that is over here. So yeah, we can do that as well. Or I don't know, man, I might just add in a screw over here. We will see. I'll just put the screw below, a little bit down over here. So I do not know how they open the car now. Maybe they have a structure to open it. We will see. I don't know. Might add some structure or something, some tool or something. Okay. So yeah, you cork the screw, and then it freaking opens. Or maybe they just, I don't know, just put their hands over here, and then the screw like easily freaking opens, because it's like very it is like not so tight, so it's like easily openable or something. I don't know, man. My English is very rough right now. I have to concentrate. Yeah, something like that. You just touch the screw, and then you just move it like this. So yeah, it just opens like that. Okay, and then as an alternate, hold on. As an alternate, this freaking door opens like this. All right. And there is this space to go inside the car. So we have various seats over here. All right, and then there is the, I don't know, man. There's a storage area over here, and yeah, and lots of stuff. All right, lots of stuff. Sorry. Yeah, this perspective is like wrong. It's fine though. Don't worry about it. Yep, something like that. All right. This perspective is wrong basically. Okay, hold on. Let me raise the platform, because the platform over here is like freaking raised. So yeah, something like this. Yeah, now it's fine. Sorry, that perspective was freaking wrong. But you get my point. All right. So there are gonna be a lot of seats over it. I'm not gonna design the interior of this. All right. The only designing that I'm gonna do is the outside. All right. Now that this is done, we can start adding the wheels over here. So we gotta make the cut for the wheels as well. Very short wheels, just like those. Okay, hold on. Let me make it like kind of like a very futuristic or very cyberpunky. Okay. Very dashing and very robotic kind of like stuff. All right. So these wheels are not gonna be sewn, okay, not gonna be apparent. Or hold on. Now that there is this, okay, hold on. I have an idea. Now that there is this hatch over here, we can add the wheel over there. So no need to make it like this. All right. So what I'm gonna do is like add that wheel over here. So yeah, so it has the one big wheel or two big wheels close to each other, but it can balance itself. Don't worry about it. All right, so yeah. The wheel over there. The wheel actually goes inside the whole, I don't know, thing. All right, so it's like something like that. Hold on, let me make the hatch kind of like very rectangular so that it's like not so apparent, so the wheel is like, wheel does not look so bad. All right, something like that. Oh my god, this guy is gonna freaking break the immersion. All right, then what we can do is like, start designing the front. The front is like, it has a very big lighting, a very big light over here. And a hood for the light as well, right? Something like that. All right, so something like a, let's say a train light inspired kind of like design. All right, the light design is something like that. And then we can curve. Okay, hold on. We can of course curve the whole thing. Curve the corners, curve the corners. But okay, hold on. Why don't we add a two kind of like wheels over here as well? I don't know. Like from on the underside, okay, on the underside. Like one will be over here and the other will be over here. Same goes at the back side as well. All right. Yeah. Let's do that so that it's like more, I don't know. More convenient, and the vehicle doesn't fall off. All right. Yep, that's it. Oh yeah, I forgot the hilt over here. Now over here you can just, I don't know, keep more luggage, okay, in the on the top side if you want. That's up to you. I'm gonna extend this window. Okay, so this is not only just a door but it's also a window. So what I'm gonna do is like make a window out of it. Like this is a freaking big screen, all right? So freaking big freaking glass glass panel. Yeah, something like this. All right, these are the lights and of course the indicators as well. Let's do the indicators over here as well at the back side. Oh sorry, not over here, below the window. Sorry, on the top. When the door opens, the indicators need to be shown. Okay, I'm not gonna do it on top. Okay, hold on. All right, that's it. And over here as well. These are the indicators. Okay, this is a very rough design. This is like not at all a final kind of like design, so don't worry about it. Okay, what else can we add? Okay, yeah, the luggage compartment over here. So there is a lot of luggage like over here. You can have a lot of luggage over here if you want to. All right. I'm gonna keep this empty, this front part. Yep, something like that. Something like that. Okay, very cool design in my opinion. Very cool design. A very sharpener card. Bro, I'm using Clip Studio Paint. Jesus Christ, why are you freaking asking like 3 times in a row? Oh, holy shit. I was like drawing and then you are asking like 3 times in a row. Jesus Christ, man. These freaking Indians. And then you do not even stay for the whole freaking stream. You just leave if I don't reply. What kind of bullshit is this? This can be called as sharp carrier because it's like made inspired by the sharpener. Sharp carrier, I don't know, something like that, or buff carrier or buff, I don't know, man. Hold on. All right. Okay, so this is gonna have some ropes tied to it, so something like this. Okay, there are always ropes, like we tie a lot of ropes on the luggage if we go on a trip or something. I've seen a lot of people like do that. Yeah, so you can add those as well. Anyways, it is done. Oh yeah, and of course there is the radiator over here, so I'm gonna add the radiator as well over here, so that it's, and of course the Sharpco company name over here as well. Radiator gonna be over here, because cars have freaking radiators. All right, Sharpco. The company's name is Sharpco. it's a freaking sharpener, kind of like, yeah. They used to make sharpeners. Now they make vehicles in shape of sharpeners. Sharpco, very cool design. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me add some net to the lights as well. Because we also have net to the light, I don't know, light glass, okay, above the light glass, so for the protection of the light glass. So yeah, this is somewhat inspired by the Indian kind of like style of vehicles, and also very retroistic, I don't know, like steampunk kind of like style. Yep, this was a pretty good design in my opinion. Alright, what is next? This sharpener was a very good design. I do not know if I will do the dragon kind of like design. Alright, but the lipstick and these pencils, definitely. Okay, now for the pencils. Okay, for the pencils I'm gonna use the same kind of like design, but we are gonna make them slightly thicker and make a whole building out of it. Okay, so hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. This was a very cool design, the sharp carrier. It's very sharp. It's not at all sharp, but it's like made by a sharpener company, so yeah. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, $1 million PC. Very cool, very cool. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, man. $1 million freaking PC. Don't worry about it. It's from the future. Gonna last forever. Elon Musk cannot freaking afford that shit. Don't worry about it. Elon has no chance of getting that PC. Anyways, let's freaking do this. Okay. So this is the sharp carrier that we designed just now. Very cool. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. Before I move on to the freaking pencil, which is like crazy difficult kind of. Okay. I'm gonna do this thing. Hold on. Let's freaking design the pencil first. I'm gonna get done with it. So the pencil is essentially a cylinder. So what I'm gonna do is like make thicker pencils. So the pencils that you're seeing in the reference are very thin. So what we are gonna do is like make thicker pencils. And I'm gonna do this like very fast, so yeah, bear with me for a bit. Hold on. Oh my lord, this is very complicated stuff. I'm sorry if I don't know if I can do this, but I'm gonna try. At least try. If I can't, then it's fine. Don't worry. Alright, alright. Very complicated design over here. Holy shit, bro. Jesus, this is very complicated. Okay, I'm not gonna do the whole design. All right, hold on. I'm not gonna do the whole freaking design because this is getting freaking very complicated. Like, oh my god, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna extend this over here. Alright, that's it. This is the freaking design. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is like make a building out of this. First and foremost, I'm gonna have 2 Yep, something like that. All right, and of course over here as well. How do I put this now? Jesus, this is difficult. Why did I choose to do this? Hold on, let me extend this pen, this pencil. All right, now it gets kind of like simple. This is a freaking difficult design indeed, and on top of that I have to make it like make a freaking windows and stuff in the buildings over here. Yep, this is gonna be a doozy. Okay, this is not gonna have a lot of okay, got him. And this is the last one that needs to be addressed. All right, that's it. Okay, now to make a freaking buildings out of it. So this is gonna have, hold on, this is gonna be in the ground. All right, this is gonna be freaking in the ground. All right, so I'm gonna cut this up. This is gonna be embedded in the ground itself, these strips. Okay, that is how the building is freaking standing. I'm gonna extend this and put this as well in the ground. Yep, something like that. All right, so yeah, so that is how the structure is kind of like embedded into the ground. All right, now to add the freaking partitions. So on the top, I'm not gonna put the point on the top. Okay, it's not gonna be pointed at the top. They are gonna have roofs on the top. All right, so this is like, so this building is gonna have something called as gravity assist. All right, I'm just naming it. All right, so yeah, so don't worry about it too much. It has gravity assist, which means that what that means is like whenever you are standing on top, you don't slip away or fall. Right? It's a very futuristic building. Okay. Okay, now I have to add these partitions to the pencil. So that the design is finished. So it looks more futuristic, to be honest. This Russian Indian guy is gonna make it more futuristic. Yes, I am Russian and Indian as well. Just because I can speak in the Russian accent. I'm sorry, it's just so, I don't know, kind of like freaking funny. I speak in a different accent, not only Russian but also French. I cannot speak French. I should start drawing some naughty girls. Maybe I'll get more views than, I don't know, man. People are just freaking thirsty for naughty girls. Some juicy girls, I don't know, juicy anime girls. People are just freaking thirsty for that. Oh my god, holy shit. I'm gonna be a NSFW artist soon. I have a freaking feeling, and then people are gonna freaking shit on me like crazy. Like all of the artists from every freaking community out there is gonna freaking shit on me. Not that I freaking care about anyone, because I have spent my life caring a lot about what people think. Now I'm freaking unhinged. So what do I make of these points? So they are I don't know, they can act like freaking towers or something, okay, or I don't know, just some sort of just a dome or a glass panel or something. Yeah, something like this. But then it gets like really freaking complicated, which I do not want to do. I don't like complicated stuff because then it gets really freaking, let's just say, tedious and stuff. Right. Yep. So these are the pencils. Now we can start adding the lifts and shit over here. This is the door or the entrance. Let's draw some weird ass freaking shit, man. I don't really care. This is very futuristic, so they have a lot of cool stuff in the future, which kind of like defies physics, the laws of freaking physics itself. Alright, so yeah, they have very cool stuff in the future. This is the stairway to hell. Stairway to hell. Yep. Alright. Then we can start adding some crazy ass freaking glass windows over here. Like glass frame. This was kind of like an okay design in my opinion, at least. I don't know, man. Okay, I'm not gonna add the glass frame because it's gonna freaking take a lot of time. It's a full glass, alright? It's a full glass, you get it. Don't worry about it. It's a full glass. It's gonna take a freaking lot of time. All right. We can have a helipad over here with the H symbol. Same over here as well. Okay, I'm gonna add a point over here as well. So it looks freaking cool. Then there is the antenna. So these are the freaking antennas. I don't know. Okay, these are the freaking antennas. The LEDs are the antennas. The pencil LEDs are the antennas. Very thin. It's like it has a very thin LED. Okay, it's not that thick. The LED is not that thick. But they act like freaking antennas. This is probably a radio tower or something. Okay, you can call it that. Okay, and what else can we add on this one? What else can we add on this one? Okay, I'm gonna add some windows. Hold on. I'm gonna add some windows over here. Okay. Hold the phone. So this is an elevator. So what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna add some windows over here in the elevator section. Only in the elevator section. The rest all is like fully made of freaking glass. I can add some interior as well if I want to. I'm adding these because otherwise it's not gonna look like a freaking building. Like a freaking skyscraper or something. Very cool structure. Okay, and of course there is gonna be the building, the glass partitions. I said I do not want to add those, but oh well, whatever, man. All right. Now it's starting to look like a building. Otherwise, it wasn't gonna look like a building if I had kept plain, which is my fault altogether. So. So I can only do like some stuff on live streams because I literally cannot like refine the stuff because it will like take a lot of freaking time out of me. Okay, and it will definitely bore you guys. Even now I think y'all are like pretty bored because of this stuff because it's like not so exciting, but this is very important stuff. Okay, this is probably the most important stuff that you have to learn in drawing. Okay, because if you cannot custom design stuff, okay, then you're not gonna be able to make anything original. I know that this part is like very boring, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Designing characters is like probably more exciting because the characters have movement and everybody relates to characters instead of like designing like non-living things like a freaking skyscraper. Yep, I think that's it. Okay, now what we can do is we can probably add some, let's say, some some chains or something. Okay, some chains or something to this. All right, something like this. All right, and same goes over here as well. So it's like embedded into the frame. It's not on the glass, it's on the frame, so the glass is like not gonna freaking shatter because of it. Same goes over here as well. Oh yeah, over here as well. And I forgot the freaking buildings over here as well. Sorry, the glass panels as well. I'm sorry, I cannot speak English right now. I'm like taking too. This is like taking too much of my brain power. Yep, something like that. That is our skyscraper, our pencil skyscraper. Pencil scraper. I'm gonna call this pencil scraper. Pencil scraper, alright? We have the sharp carrier and the pencil scraper design. I do not know what to make of these wooden parts. Okay, I can probably make some wood, some glass kind of like paints over here. Let's see, but it's not gonna look good. I'm pretty sure of that, because I need some sort of plain kind of like, maybe it's like round glass or something. We will see. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Let me add some stuff. Yeah. All right, looks good. Looks good. Looks really good. Really, 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 really good. Congrats, the stream was on my. Oh yeah, thank you, and you're welcome. You're freaking welcome. You're freaking welcome, because we still gotta do a lot of freaking stuff that you people can freaking enjoy. Like for example, look at this. Where is this? Yeah, we still gotta do a lot of background design, then walk and run cycles in animation, and then 2D effects of animation. Then we gotta draw rocks, and we gotta do hard surface, which we are like kind of like doing right now. Okay, we gotta draw also animals and food, and a lot of I don't know what else that we gotta do. I might have forgetting things. We gotta do some stuff. Don't worry about it, and we are gonna do it. So the pencil scraper is done. Now for this one, okay, I do not know what to make of this one, or maybe I should like design this one or something. Okay, so okay, I have an idea on this one. Let's design a freaking chimney out of this one. Okay, out of this one, let's freaking design a freaking chimney. A freaking chimney, or I don't know what else smokes. What else smokes? I don't remember. What else just does smoke? A chimney smokes, but okay. I'm gonna start designing the chimney for now. Then we will figure out what else can be done with this. I'm gonna get rid of the dragon, because it's like not needed at all. It's only 8:47. No, I wanted to stream more. I don't know, maybe I should just take a break or something for a while. I'm not gonna end the stream just yet. Don't worry about it. Now I need to remind myself what smokes. Okay, what else smokes? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make this something like this. A bit wonky. Yep, something like that. then I'm gonna put in smoke from over here. All right, and then probably we are gonna design a freaking factory or something, or maybe let's say a freaking cigar. I don't know, but no, I really want to design a building out of this, because building design is like kind of like difficult. Okay, kind of like difficult to make this like functional. Okay, so let's see, a chimney, a factory chimney is like gonna smoke a lot. Okay, so we can do something like that. So what we can do is, hold on, I have an idea. What we can do is make this a bit bigger. So this can be something like a blacksmith's house or something. Okay, so yeah, that could work. That could definitely work. And we gotta make it very round as well, because the shapes are freaking round in this one. Alright, yeah, something like this. Okay, then we have the mud kind of like steps over here. Just one step, one muddy step. And there is the welcome mat. Then there is the footstones or something, what I don't know what they are called, as stepping, like put your steps onto the stones. Alright, I don't know what they are called as, whatever, man. Of course the door as well, which is gonna be made of freaking wood. This is something kind of like very similar design to Naruto's kind of like world. I think I don't know. I could be wrong. All right. What else can we do about this? I'm gonna make it a bit rectangular, just so that I can see the dimensions of the house, the volume of the house. I mean, sorry, not the dimensions, the volume of the house. Right, and that's it, I guess. We cannot do anything else on this one. Of course, there is the nameplate over here. We can design a, let's say, a post box. All right, this is the post box, mail stuff, and what else? I don't know, pretty cool design in my opinion. Pretty cool design. We can have some smoky kind of like effects, like it has, like, look at this dragon effect that it has. So you can have something like that, but with smoke. something like that. Then for the base, okay, I gotta design the base. Hold on. Base, I'm gonna design something like this, because it was like looking very incomplete in my opinion. All right, now it looks freaking complete. Yep. So yeah. This is kind of like the division. Okay, so this is the top part, this is the side part. Okay, and this part is like this, and this part is like on the front and the side. All right, so this part is coming towards us, this part is heading over here, this is heading over here, and that is going over there. And this is like going upwards. So you get my point. Yep, we are done. Yep, I am on Twitch. I stream on Twitch as well as YouTube simultaneously every day at 7 p.m. Alright, so do subscribe, please. Do subscribe for that if you haven't already. Let's hit 1 million. Alright, yeah, alright. Very cool design, alright, very freaking cool design. Okay. Now what you, okay, Smoky Hut, I can name it as Smoky Hut or something. Okay, I'll name it as Smoky Hut. Alright, Smoky Hut, fine. Whatever, man. I don't know. Alright. Now what shall we make of this lipstick? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. We have 3 very cool designs over here. One is from the future, so this is from the freaking future, alright. And this is from the let's say, I forgot the name. Steampunk, yes, steampunk kind of like inspired design by the sharpener. Okay, steampunk design. This is from the future, very futuristic design. This is retro and futuristic design, or you can also call this as a retro design. I don't know. Okay, and this is very natural. I don't know, very ancient and natural design. You can call it that. Very natural and ancient, or fantasy kind of like inspired design. Yes, fantasy design. You can call it that as well. It is as if some sort of freaking creature. Okay, I'm gonna draw a snake kind of like head over here. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna draw a freaking snake head. Alright, not a dragon head but a snake head. Okay, it has been squished in by the freaking snake. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, works like a freaking charm. Oh yeah, forgot the freaking tail as well. Hold on. Yep, something like that. Gonna make the tail more curved. Yeah, something like that. Very cool design indeed. I will remove this stuff. Okay, the snake is kind of like the protector of the hut. So yeah, you can call something like that. Okay, okay, hold on. Now for the next one. Okay, the only thing that I can think of the lipstick is a freaking skyscraper. I cannot think about anything else. But we also already have these skyscrapers, like 4 skyscrapers banded freaking together. Okay, so I'm like very hesitant on making this, but you get my point. All right, so hold on, let me arrange this. Okay, and then I'm not gonna end the stream just yet. Hold on, give me like 2 minutes. Let me arrange this first. I'm gonna explain some stuff. And make ready for tomorrow's stream. Make stuff ready for tomorrow's stream. Probably, I don't know. Like an idea is at least an idea should be ready for tomorrow's stream. We will see. I do not have any ideas for tomorrow's stream. Oh yeah, I forgot. I freaking forgot. I gotta make a Japanese and Indian kind of like inspired design. So I gotta search for that. So we're gonna do that next. Hold on. Yep. These are the 3 freaking very cool designs that we did today. Okay. And this is exactly what is called as freaking world building. Okay. So the one design is a freaking hut, the second design is a freaking building, okay, or a freaking skyscraper, and the third design is a freaking vehicle. All right, now you can consider all of these as props or buildings or vehicles or whatever the fuck that you wanna freaking consider it. Okay, prop design, vehicle design, building design, character design, not characters, okay, not characters, okay, they, all of these three designs, they fall into the same category of background design. Okay, and background design falls into the same category as world building. Character design and background design together form a very cohesive world. Okay, so character design and background design together is called as freaking world design. So yeah, so this is essentially what is called as freaking world design. Okay, and also how the world works, okay, the physics of the world. Okay, if there is a magical kind of like power in the world or something, I don't know, okay, that also comes under world design, but that is not part of a drawing or a physical kind of like design like this is. Okay, that is more, let's say, more kind of like a VFX kind of like a physics kind of like stuff like we have in our world, like for example gravity or something like that. Okay, so it's more of a concept or surreal kind of like thing. Okay, you can write it down if you want to, like that element of a world design, but yeah, you get my point. Okay, all right. Now I wanna design a Japanese inspired like a building or something, I don't know, or at least a prop or something, Japanese and Indian inspired. Okay, Japanese architecture, which is very complicated. Jesus, why did I search this and why did I decide this shit? Okay, this is a modern type of architecture from Japan. These houses. Yeah, I like this. Hold on. I have an idea. I'm looking at Pinterest right now. I'm just looking at Pinterest and something. I don't know, man. I just wanna create a building in Japanese style. Okay, let me see some Indian styles as well. Okay, hold on. Let me see some Indian references. Oh shit. Okay, Indian architecture is basically everything related to freaking temples and shit. So they have the mandalas and all that kind of shit. Alright, so yeah. The arches and shit, yeah, something like that. Alright, I'm gonna take a very simple design of an arch or something, okay, and then incorporate it into the Japanese kind of like design. Alright, we will see. What if, okay, hold on, I have an idea. What if we redesign the Torii gate? I don't know if that is gonna be freaking offensive, okay, if that is gonna be freaking offensive. But what if we redesign the Torii gate in an Indian kind of like inspired design? All right, the Torii gate and maybe a house. We will see. Okay, we are gonna do that. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna redesign the freaking Torii gate in an Indian kind of like style. Yep. Torii gate, Torii gate. Okay, we want to take a very simple Torii gate variation and then redesign it. Very simple Torii gate variation. All right. Hold on. So let's do this in like a 3-point perspective kind of like stuff. So this is basically the Torii gate. Okay, very simple, nothing too complicated. Alright, very simple, nothing too complicated, very simplistic design, and then I can add a very thicker kind of like stuff over here. Just to make it like more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Very simple design, Torii gate. Alright, now we're gonna take this design and add in some Indian elements to it. Oh yeah, I forgot the middle part over here, sorry. My bad, Japanese people, my bad. Your boy forgot the middle part. Alright. If it's considered offensive, then I'm sorry. To redesign Tory Gate or something, alright? So I'm sorry. But I do not think so. It will be considered. Okay, hold on. Let me not complicate stuff over here. I'm just getting too ahead of myself. Alright, we're gonna make this an Indian inspired design. Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold your freaking horses. We're gonna make it an Indian kind of like inspired design. The Tory freaking Gate. I'm gonna rile up the whole freaking Japanese community with this. I'm pretty sure of that. Oh my god. Holy shit. This is gonna freaking rile up the whole freaking Japanese community, like freaking Ubisoft did with Assassin's Creed Shadows, with putting a freaking black samurai. Now I'm like putting an Indian. I'm like changing the Indian style, like the Tory Gate to an Indian style. So yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna rile up a lot, freaking the entire Japanese community on the internet. All right, so this arch is kind of like done. Okay, hold on, let me see more arches. Yes, so I'm gonna push this arch at the top over here, or not. Hold on, I'm gonna make another arch. Hold on, I'm gonna make another arch. Hold on. So this is gonna be another arch. I think such a structure exists in India. I have seen this somewhere. Probably, I don't know. I don't remember the name, but oh well. Oh shit. And then I'm gonna put the Torii gate kind of like elements. Okay, let's say yeah, something like this. Very cool indeed, very cool indeed. Yep, that is the Torii gate kind of like inspired design element over there. And these pillars are gonna freaking, I don't know, pop out somehow. Okay, and for the base I can keep it like a Indian kind of like design as well. Oh my god. With some sort of, no, I'm not gonna do that right now. So I'm gonna put the Indian like hatches over here. So Indian architecture has a lot of freaking hatches. Okay, in their designs, a lot of freaking hatches. Okay, it also has some very intricate designs, something like this. Okay, we can do that if you want to, but I'm not gonna do it in this stream. Okay, let's get rid of the hatches. Hold on, let me see. All right, I'm gonna keep it as is. All right, let's not complicate stuff too much. I'm gonna keep the bottom part of the Torii gate as it is, like the original one. Okay, but the top part is like Indian kind of like inspired. Okay, so it's like combining two elements like we did yesterday, but like mashing them together this time. Hold on. Okay, I will make some adjustment to this. Let me make a little bit of adjustment. Yeah, something like that. Oh my god, there is a freaking mosquito. Jesus Christ, there's a freaking mosquito. Yeah, something like this. This suits much better in my opinion for the Indian kind of like style torii gate. This is more modified version torii gate. Instead of like, I don't know, just smashing the two bits together, like the arches were Indian, but then the poles were like the Japanese kind of like original torii gate designs. But no, I did not like that concept too much. It's just like smashing things together. I think this is more akin to an original design. So yeah. I'm gonna call it the gateway of torii. The gate of torii, sorry, not the gateway of torii. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna butcher these names. The gate of torii. I do not know what torii is, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I have stepped on your culture, Japanese people. I don't know much about culture and shit. I'm stupid. Please don't come at me. Oh shit. So this is gonna be freaking plain, okay? I can of course make some like partitions to this, okay, but then I also have to make the partitions for over here as well. Alright, I'm gonna make the partition because it looks much better in my opinion. It looks more Indian inspired in my opinion. Let's just say that. And then this is kind of like the shadow. Whatever, man. I'm not gonna do this shit. You get my point. We have a very cool concept. The gate of torii. Yep. Gate of torii. Alright. What is next? Or shall we end the stream today? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream right now because I am like literally out of ideas and it's already 9:30 freaking p.m. Alright, I've been streaming for 2.5 hours almost 2.5 hours. Jesus, no subs yet. Alright, almost 2.5 hours I've been streaming. And yes, I can of course make this a lot better. I don't know. Okay, let's see if we can make this a lot better. So instead of having this stupid arch or stupid like this over here, and we can what we can do is we can have a beautiful arch like this. This is, I feel, much better in my opinion. Yep, this is much better. And the top part, let's say, okay, I'm gonna make this very plain. All right, this part I'm gonna make it very plain. Yep, something like that. Yeah, now it's much better in my opinion. What if okay, oh, hold on, what if this downwards? Okay, that also works. That also works. Looks more like a Tory gate now. Yep, looks more like a freaking Tory gate now. All right, this is more simpler and more better design in my opinion. So yeah, we're gonna keep this. The gate of Tory. We can have some design over here because Indian styles have a lot of design on them. A lot of Indian type of design is gonna be there on this one. Yep, this is pretty cool in my opinion. Very cool design. The gate of Tory. This is gonna freaking come out, okay, from the sides. Yep, this is freaking fun. This is freaking fun now. Okay, so we did a lot of designs today. Oh Jesus, custom world building designs today. Yep. Building better worlds, I guess. Wayland Corporation. I'm from Wayland Corporation. I'm building better worlds, guys. Wayland Yutani Corporation. I always build better worlds and then build better aliens so that they can eat people. Okay, so yeah. All right. Oh my God, what the frick am I saying? Holy shit, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my God. All right, we did a lot of freaking designs today. All right, we did crazy designs today. And yeah, and they were all fun. Okay, they were all fun. They were crafted from, let's see, holy shit, hold on, from very simple objects like this, except for the lipstick, which I had just the only idea of making it a freaking skyscraper, which I never wanted to do, so I did not design that. So everything else we designed very cool sharp or a very cool car or a vehicle, if you want to call that, okay, then very cool skyscraper, okay, very cool skyscraper in the shape of pencils, okay. So this is another kind of like design. And a very cool smoky hut. Yep, very cool smoky hut. Okay, so I can just, okay, hold on, I have an idea, okay, I have an idea to make this more believable in my opinion. Okay, hold on, I can just get rid of this. Okay, I can just get rid of this and make this a freaking helipad. That would definitely look like an actual freaking skyscraper instead of, I don't know, looking like a freaking pencil, which I do not want to do. That would make it look a little bit more, let's say, believable. Okay, yeah, this looks more believable in my opinion. It still has the pencil kind of like going down in the ground, so yeah, that works. Yeah, yeah, this looks more believable and more, let's say, realistic. Okay, if we would, I don't know, design something like this, we would design something like this in the real world. But yes, we would also keep the, I don't know, top part. So okay, hold on, let me add like one side of the part. Okay, let me make it a bit aesthetically, like asymmetrical, not aesthetically pleasing, asymmetrical. Yeah, opposite. Yeah, something like this. We would do something like this. Yes, definitely we would do something like this. This looks much better now. Alright, and that's about it. This is fine, this is fine, this is very cool as well. And of course, we also designed the gate of story, which is inspired by Indian and Japanese design. I can of course go ahead and make some Warli designs on this if I want to, but it's gonna take a freaking lot of freaking time, so I'm not gonna do that. So, yep. So this is nothing but world building, okay, or concept design or visual development, whatever the frick that you wanna freaking call this. Okay, you just take two references or two ideas and then combine them and then build an entirely new freaking idea out of it. Yep, that is exactly what is called as world building or environment design or background design, whatever the frick that you want to call, or maybe even visual development or concept design. Yep. And the same thing applies while also designing characters. You can literally design a character taking a non-living thing, like for example, let's say a pencil, okay, or maybe this thing over here. Okay, you can literally design a character using any non-living thing. Okay, same rules apply while designing freaking characters. Okay, but this was all about background design. Okay, so tomorrow, okay, now that we have completed the design, so tomorrow we are gonna design a scene which is a mixture of Japanese and Indian design. So this story gate was just a practice session, okay, just a trial, just a warm-up. Okay, tomorrow we are gonna design a scene like this. Okay, I wanna design, let's say, a cityscape like this, a cityscape scene like this, but I'm also gonna include some natural elements like a forest or something. So a city in a forest, or maybe a tree house or something. Okay, we will see, I don't know. All right, which is inspired, or which is a mixture of Japanese architecture and Indian architecture. All right, so we're gonna do that tomorrow. Mixing two different architectures together, which is like very difficult to do. Okay, because you have to simplify a lot of stuff, because it has a lot of detail into it. Okay, so you have to think about the bigger shapes, and you have to simplify a lot of freaking stuff. All right, so yeah, this is everything about background concepts and background design and world building. Okay, yeah, we did a lot of stuff today. Yesterday we combined two ideas or two references together and designed these scenes or backgrounds out of it. And today we combined a lot of different like, we took that one step further today. Okay, we took a reference or an idea and added elements of another idea onto that reference. So this is exactly, these designs are exactly what we get out of it. Very cool stuff, very cool stuff. All right, so yeah, that's about it. So thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in, and please subscribe. So this was, I think, for at least you people, this was like kind of like a boring stuff. So but this is like very important in like designing a whole world. Okay, while building a whole world. And of course this is also very important while designing a freaking whole illustration. All right, because in an illustration, characters are not the only thing that is important. All right, the background is important as well. If you cannot do a background, then you cannot design a cool illustration. Okay, so let's say for designing something like this, okay, you do not only need a character, but you also need a background. So look at this. This is so freaking, I don't know, simple yet very, very detailed and very to the ground, or to the earth. Okay, the character is not only important, the cat is not only important, but also the background is important, what she is like doing. All right, so yeah, so this is why you need background design essentially. All right, so yeah, so this is not the boring stuff, this is actually very important stuff. Yes, it can be boring for some people, especially myself, because I freaking love drawing characters, because they are very expressive. Characters are characters, they are very expressive and shit. All right, so yeah, this may be boring to you as well, like it is for me. But this is also fun. Like I had a very cool time designing this and this, not this, because this is like very boring. Skyscrapers are always boring, but this and this, these are very fun. Even this was like very fun. I don't know, man, very fun to design. Yep, and that's about it. So yeah, thank you for joining in, whoever joined in. All right, and please subscribe and follow me on Twitch as well. Subscribe on YouTube, follow me on Twitch. I literally stream every single day at 7 p.m. IST, okay, and sometimes at 12 p.m. IST in the afternoon. Okay, so yeah, so please do subscribe and also join in the Discord as well. All right, if you want to talk with me and a lot of cool people, join in the Discord if you want to learn, also learn drawing and receive critiques to how to improve your drawing and all that kind of shit. Please join in the Discord. All right. And yes, and if you wanna support me, you can do so on my buymeacoffee.com. okay, all of the links, all of my social links, all of the links are in the description or on my YouTube channel, description of this video, or on my YouTube or Twitch channels, okay, or on my channels. All right, so yeah, so be sure to check them out. That's about it. Very cool class today on background design. Very cool class. I'm gonna change the thumbnail to these designs. So yeah, very cool class. Tomorrow we're gonna design a whole scene, okay, with custom designs. All right, we will see. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to brainstorm it, and then we're gonna come tomorrow. Or if we do not do that tomorrow, okay, this is literally the whole entire, I don't know, course or class on background design basically. So today it's finished. Tomorrow is just designing the scene. All right, if you do not do that tomorrow, I'm gonna do a perspective kind of like ask me anything. All right, tomorrow we will see, because there is this guy Hey You on YouTube who wanna know how to, like, who wanna have the perspective kind of like live stream. So yeah, we will see. I don't know if he has time, or if he replies to my comments, then we are gonna probably do a perspective kind of like stream. We will see. Or we are gonna do the whole custom design, custom scene with a character, okay, with probably T or Drawmaster 99. So either of those characters of my own original creation. We will see. Mostly Drawmaster 99 because it is inspired by Indian and Japanese styles. Maybe I'll add in T with a different kind of like a kimono or something. We will see. I don't know. Alright, that's about it, man. See ya. Thank you for joining in. Very cool stream today. Very cool stream. Very cool stream. That's it for today. Alright, please subscribe. Thank you.